Hey guys, welcome back as always. My name is Leyzar, and as I predicted, Citrine is coming this week. Actually, in just a couple of hours. But until then, we get a chance to check out her abilities. After that, join me over on Twitch where we're gonna be playing the brand Warframe and her weapons, coming up with builds, yada yada, the usual. Link will be pinned in the comment section down below and in the description as well. So you got yourself a brand new Warframe. Citrine, gaze upon the Crystal Bastion. Citrine's crystalline might supports allies on the battlefield, and combat only enhances her fractal beauty. Pick up the new Crystal Bastion collection on launch day in the market, or earn Citrine blueprint in the new Mirror Defense mission. Now, Mirror Defense is going to be something actually cool. I hope it basically kind of links two defense missions from two different planets, which on paper at least sounds fantastic. Now, we're going to be getting the brand new Warframe Citrine and her two signature weapons. We're talking about the shotgun, the Steflos shotgun, and the Korofel, which is a sight that, when using the heavy attack, actually transforms into a weapon and fires this projectile, which looked on the dev stream pretty cool. And of course, you got yourself a bunch of cosmetics as well. Instead of a Laverian, you can reveal Citrine's origins by visiting Otak in the Necrolex on Deimos, and by playing the new Tiana Pass mission on Mars. Citrine's prick scars can also be obtained from Otak. Now, for the abilities, we got a passive called Geoluminescence. When Citrine picks up a health orb, an aura surrounds her that steadily provides additional health over time. Now, they say aura. Does that mean that if allies are in range, they can also get this healing over time or something of the sort? We're gonna have to check this one out. And more importantly, did you notice that when it comes to passives in Warframe, the mods that you put on your Warframe very rarely, if ever, have an actual effect? It would be cool if this passive would actually be affected by our mods. Fractured Blast. Slash and stagger enemies with a crystal blast that inflicts bleed. Enemies affected with this status effect have an increased chance of dropping health and energy orbs, and this is the Helmet ability. Now, this is pretty cool because if you think about the Helmet possibilities, depending on how strong this will be, because again, at the Helmet, it's only going to be at 50% strength, this could be the ability to sustain certain build. Use a Fractured Blast on enemies and you get yourself your energy back and your health back. So again, this could be key into making some builds that we couldn't before. Hopefully, if the ability is strong enough. Next up, we got Preserving Shell. Citrine guards herself and nearby allies with a crystalline shell that gradually decays. Kills and assists increase the defensive power of the shell. Now, when they say decays, does it mean the time, the actual duration of the shield, or the potency of the shield? And if we continually take out enemies, will that mean that we're gonna keep this shield up forever? Yes, no, we're gonna have to check this one out because it says defensive power. So I'm assuming how effective the shield is at blocking damage. Prismatic Gem. Deploy a gem that shoots prismatic beams. The gem targets enemies that are taking weapon damage from Citrine and her allies. Its beams inflict heat, cold, toxin, and electricity status effects. Status chance and status duration increase for nearby allies. This is gonna be the Railjack ability for Citrine. Can be used to deploy a geode via the tactical menu. And finally, Crystallize. Citrine summons crystal fractals. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know what fractals is. It's like crystalline formations, right? The fractals rush forward seeking enemies. Enemies touched by the fractals are paralyzed by crystalline growths. Hit the growths to deal increased damage. Now, of course, this is just text, my friends, so we can't really get a feel for how powerful or how impactful these abilities are, but honestly, on paper, definitely support. Again, join me over on Twitch where we're going to be live checking out the brand new Warframe as soon as it comes out, testing her, coming up with the initial builds, and so on and so forth. Link in the description down below and in the pinned comment. New mission mode, Tiana Pass. Defend lovers encased in crystal on both Mars and Venus in one mission. In response to the connection between Belric and Rania, the Void has bored a hole in space to connect their preserved bodies for eternity. However, the Grineer and Corpus won't sit idly by, and they are already descending upon the tunnel and crystals to try and harness their power for themselves. It's up to the Tenno to use the mysterious Void tunnel between worlds to defend Rania's crystals on Mars and Belric's crystal on Venus. Collect Citrine's remnants found throughout the area to further crystallize the two lovers, restoring health and awakening defensive prismatic ward. As your reward, you'll receive new resources, the Belric and Rania fragments, as well as the blueprint for Citrine, new weapon blueprints for the Steflos and Korofel, and more. Also in this update, you're going to be able to paint the face of your drifter, and finally that bug skin for Rhino. And I do believe, my friends, that's pretty much it. Again, we're mere hours away, so jump over on Twitch. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe only if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!